Great.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I saw my frozen face for a second. And then it messed up.
John,
I'll
go
hit
look
play
at
again.
see where the last one ended.
I'm
then
trying to.
Stitch it
hard,
together
though.
seamlessly.
It's
So
we didn't lose that
TJ's
much.
solving all the problems.
I think we probably got that.
I think it was just as TJ started to describe the answer. So
All right, that's
I
it.
apologize on my
Sorry.
computer's behalf.
All right, the last thing we talked about was Ahegao. So we missed a little bit there.
Okay. So anyway,
About a minute
Just
or two.
read through the answer again.
Read the,
Okay.
Here's what we're
Listeners,
answering to the
shit
question.
happened. Deal with it.
Yep.
He fucked her until she farted.
we're not going back to James Joyce.
No, what you should do
Look
is
up what James Joyce looks like.
Step one.
I getcha.
Read
And
some
imagine
James
that man
Joyce.
having sex. It's like your grandfather having sex. Anyway, go on.
So
You know what? Your grandfather did have sex.
Don't want to hear about it.
it's not so much of the incident as much as you made her look like a fool in front of your friends. It's possible she may not even forgive you, but legit apologizing would be a good place to start.
Also, read some James Joyce.
Also, read
I
some
would
James
agree
Joyce.
with Matt though that it did sound like he was like expecting a lot from her.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
"You
he's like,
deserve-
she
I
knows I'm a
deserve
horny
sex."
guy. That means I gotta fuck, and she owes me,
Dude,
right?
did you know that like if a guy has blue balls for too long, it could hurt them? You know, so I gotta.
Did you know that if you don't use it, you can lose it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. That
Yeah. Fuck that
gets
guy.
you made Supreme Court justice. So all right,
We like beers.
Work on it.
We like beers.
we like beers
Lots
and
of beers.
farting. Boofing is farting.
Yeah. Devil's Triangle. Let's
Yeah, that's
move.
the drinking game.
Drinking
It's my
game.
favorite drinking game. Is the Devil's Triangle.
Yeah.
Also the Eiffel Tower. Great drinking game.
Yeah, and three ways. That's a great drinking game.
That's 3 different beers.
Yeah.
You have it 3 ways.
I don't have a good way to
Anal
say
is a
that.
really good drinking game.
Yep.
Having unprotected
Cunnilingus.
sex with a
Shreks.
a
Yeah.
non-consenting adult. That's
Yeah.
another one of my favorite drinking games.
Yep.
Forcing a woman onto a bed and holding her mouth down, is also a great drinking game. It's hilarious.
Now you've made me sad, John.
I-
You made it too real.
It happened. This
Yeah.
is the world we live in now.
We are poslawing our way into absolute horrendous.
What is
It's
post
too
law?
late.
Which one is that?
It's hard to determine whether someone is parodies of extremists on any side are impossible to differentiate from actual extremists from those sides.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We are definitely in that world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something else. But I don't.
Did
oh
you
yeah.
have another one? Yeah, let's do another
Well,
one.
I don't have another one, but I did want to mention something specifically. What do you mean switch accounts? I'm answering a question. Fuck you.
I liked your relationship as a gas teaser.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So,
I don't even know
We
how
answered
long we've
good.
been recording now.
About an hour and a half.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right.
but anyway, I wanted to kind of go back talk about a very similar word to ahegao,
okay.
which apparently means nothing similar to it at all. I learned about a term called ahoge.
Okay.
Ahoge. And specifically, it's a Japanese word talking about it's essentially the Japanese equivalent to the U.S. cowlick,
It's like a little stray hair.
just a huge stray hair that's up,
Oh.
and it just shows up all over the time in anime and whatnot.
Oh, fun. A hoge.
Because even my logo that I drew,
You're in a
about
hoge.
a year ago, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I hear myself.
Something's going
Yeah,
on,
that's my
Matt.
phone. I was checking the stream and I have volume on.
Just
So-
to make sure that we were streaming. Which we are. I checked.
Yeah, we are. So do you think that ahegao and ahogi go together?
A hoge.
I'm sure there are.
Ahogi, ahegao.
A hoge. Man, that's an episode title as well. I think we're going to go with Hot Pocket, though, for the episode title. But,
Hot pocket.
Jim Gaffigan's going to sue you for that one.
hey, man. Hey, did you ever notice that when you make a Hot Pocket, it's like really like normal on the outside, but it's like liquid lava on the inside?
But then also it's
Hilarious
really cold on the
joke.
farthest inside.
Oh my god, that's true.
And then there's lean pockets.
Oh, man.
Instructions put directly in toilet.
Yeah.
Haha.
What's the deal with airline peanuts?
Yeah. What's the deal with me being a dad? That's like Jim
Yeah.
Gaffigan now.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim Gaffigan's really funny. I'm not gonna
Yes.
I mean, all joking aside, the guy's fucking hilarious. But I just, I remember the Hot Pocket gag. Now, but that was cutting edge Hot Pocket.
Yeah, that was
gag
edgy.
Yeah,
he
it was.
doing years ago. So
was like-
he was.
Like George Carlin style shit back then.
It was, George Carlin had the 7 things you can't say on television. Jim Gaffigan, Hot Pocket.
Hot
gag.
Pocket.
The 7 things you can't put in a hot pocket.
Yeah, the 7 Hot Pockets that will end civilization.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Matt, tell me about your car.
So, I have a car,
Not
as,
anymore.
as many of us do. It's
Matt, what kind of car do you have?
it's a Pontiac Sunfire.
I had a
it's
Sunfire.
All of the fire of the sun in one
it
single
pink?
car. It is gray.
Mine was pink.
Oh, the one you
That's
totaled?
Unfortunate.
I had a pink
No, I did-
car
okay.
for a while.
Oh, John totaled it? Is
totaled
that what you
it.
said?
I totaled a pink Sunfire back in the
Yes.
day. So.
Yeah, well, it deserved it.
Oh, it gave its life to save mine. So in the car accident.
And we're all
so
grateful.
I am grateful.
So my my muffler was getting loose. I think it had already come off of like a bracket and it was hung on by wire. And then
I had that
wire
on my Sunfire.
that wire disintegrated. So last Sunday I was on my way to the hardware store to buy some new wire to fix my muffler.
Got it.
And then I got to the
Fix.
hardware store and I looked at the back of my car and like the Pontiac Sunfires have like a dual exhaust. So I
Yeah.
had one side and not the other.
Oh no.
And
So
I
you
thought back
lost
and I was
it
like,
en route?
yeah, I thought back and I was like, wait, there was a time where my car suddenly got a lot louder. And so I like retraced my route and I was able to find it and like I don't know, it fell off and it had like bounced into like what's the thing on the side, the gutter thing, whatever.
Culvert or
Yeah.
gutter or something. Yeah.
So luckily like nobody ran it over or anything.
Nice.
So I just
It's pretty.
picked it
Those are
up.
pretty heavy though, right?
That not really.
Maybe just dirty. is what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of.
They're big and awkward and dirty, but also like it must have
Like
been
me.
dragging for a little bit because it had some like road rash where it was like
Oh.
worn through.
Man.
So yeah, I really thought like going back, I was gonna like find a massive pile up that I had caused.
Oh,
I was like, man,
your cat is adorably playing with the ball behind you.
yeah, that's the grossest toy that he has, but he loves it.
Why is it gross?
I don't know. It's just like it's a ball that I think had a covering on it at one point, and
Oh,
that
so now
came
it's just
off.
like a lint
Yeah.
dust magnet.
And yeah, and also he'll grab it and walk around and carry it in his mouth and just scream as he's holding it.
My cats do that too. It's hilarious. Spinelli will grab a toy and then walk up into the bedroom while you're sleeping and yell, "Shut up! I understand you've gotten your kill and you're bringing it to me." So your muffler fell. Is it now attached to your car again? What's the
No,
sitch?
yeah. I so whenever I need like minor car work done, I bring it to my dad because his glass shop has like somebody that is on staff to work on the cars. So I still have to pay for it, but it's like pretty cheap.
Yeah,
So I traded out cars.
Family prices.
I'm driving my dad's Subaru SUV, and it's a big change.
Is it the Forester?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
giant.
'Cause I think it's the only SUV. It's not even that big of an SUV.
But compared to a Sunfire,
yeah,
I'm,
Sunfire's
like,
tiny.
trying to like I went into a parking stall earlier tonight. I was like, it was one of those things where you drive through one stall and then try to park in the one across from it, and
Uh-huh.
I like could not figure out how far out of the stall I was.
Man. White people, first world problems, eh? But yeah, that's that. Well, I'm glad you have a guy who can like help you with it though. 'Cause
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
Muffler
glad I found
fixes-
it because I
Yeah.
imagine like patching and reattaching a muffler is a lot cheaper than getting a new muffler.
Oh yeah. Well, muffler in the terms of car expenses is not that bad. It's gonna probably set you back like what, $500 to get it installed. Yeah, but I mean, like in terms of car expenses, that's not huge.
Yeah.
That's just a
If
regular
anything more
expense.
major goes wrong with my car, I'm just gonna take it out back and put it down.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll
that's
become a
the same thing
bicycle
with my
man.
car. That's the same thing I'm doing with my car. Is that once it's dead, I'm getting a new one, and I don't know what it'll be
I want to get a motorcycle.
because I don't have any money to buy a car.
I find myself in an awkward position where I want to get a motorcycle, but I don't know how to ride a motorcycle. And so you need a motorcycle to
Yeah.
take motorcycle lessons.
Uh-huh.
But to buy a motorcycle, you need to be able to test drive it and see if you like it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how to get out of that cycle.
I think you need to have a friend that has a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Or a friend that has like a dirt bike or a moped that you can
Yeah.
like try and get like used to it and then be like, all right, this is going to be a more powerful version of what this
What-
is.
I have that. My dad has like one of those big puffy BMW motorcycles that old people have, and I'm just afraid to ride somebody else's motorcycle because I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fall over, or like stand
Gonna-
on it while the kickstand's down and bend it.
You're going to do like the tequila from...
Yeah, I'm gonna do the
Pee-wee's-
tequila.
No, from Pee-wee's Big Adventure when he knocks over all of the
Yeah, exactly.
motorcycles and then they're going to beat you up. But then you'll sing tequila and then they'll be like, all right, you're cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid is gonna happen. Also, when I was in Wanakee trading out my car for the borrowed car,
Yeah.
my dad had just got back from deer hunting, so there
yeah?
was a deer hanging upside down as you do in the garage. Only the way you hang it is by driving spikes through its like shins, and then you, I guess, snap off the legs beyond that. So there were just like deer ankles on the ground, and I'm not too squeamish about where meat comes from, but still, just seeing it like that, it was very like Chainsaw Massacre-y. It's just. It's a very fucked up world.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you think about it because you're just like, well, this is just kind of how like people like used to like eat and live, but now it just seems so fucking like up close. It's just like, whoa,
Yeah, it's
man.
like most of us, our only exposure to blood and guts is in like horror movies, so inherently we think it's like something scary. Like we have a reaction to it, but also it's kind of just like, this thing used to be a thing, and now it's just meat. So we need to get the meat off of the other parts, and it doesn't have to be pretty how it happens.
No, I hear you, man. Oh man, sorry. I just went on Woot and there's a crossbow that you can buy. Dude, it'd be kind of awesome. A crossbow, okay, $230 for a off-the-cuff crossbow purchase, maybe out of
John, I feel like one of the new subreddits you have to check out is Mall Ninja shit.
Oh, that sounds so much up my alley.
You would go nuts for it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. Mall Ninja subreddit. Because that mall. Can you explain what mall ninjas are?
Mall ninjas are people that go to the mall and buy like shurikens and katanas and like decorative samurai swords that don't really work.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
like beyond those actual things, like weird combo blades that don't make any sense.
Yeah. It's all just like people that are like way into like blades and garbage, but are not the type of people that would be able to effectively wield said blades or garbage.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
like
it's basically
this
yeah.
is a fist with 7 blades on it, and it doesn't make any sense.
yeah, it's just lots of really gaudy knives that are completely useless.
And it's made out of like shitty metal that
Yeah,
looks like
or other
Hot Topic
things.
jewelry.
Like or or like guns that are like really bad. Like it's just all like really like weaponry that has skulls on it.
Yeah.
Also, it also refers to mall security people because these people also tend to be like security guards sometimes. And so they're the type of people that are like way into like being like, I was too fat to be in the military or police, so I'm here. But also, while I'm doing my fucking mall Segway rounds, I have a fucking like a baton, like, you know, staff in my back pocket because that's like my cool thing. Or I have like a weird knife. Anyway, yeah. So that sounds like an awesome subreddit. But can I talk about another subreddit before we end the episode? Because you said in the title, you can't lie from the title.
It's false advertising. We'll get sued with those people that scammed everybody on.
Exactly. It's illegal. Not illegal to lie on TV. It is illegal to lie on Twitch, though.
Especially anywhere on the internet, really.
Which means I'll have to follow up with my story.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, shit. All right.
Yep. That's fine. Go ahead.
All right, then we'll be done. All right, here's from r/seduction. I'm going to teach some seduction here. So I'm going to try and... I wish... I got to think of voices for these characters ahead of time. So apologies if this one's not very good. Because... All right, anyway. So I'm in the first year of university, and there's this really attractive girl in my class. I'm completely scared of talking to her, so I never did. Forward to 3 weeks ago. A dude in my class decided to ask everyone to share Snapchats in our class group. And I get her Snapchat, so I hit her up, and we talk for a bit. Next day, she hits me up. First thing in the morning, and we talk the whole day. It was vacations. For a good few days, maybe 7 days into this, she decides to tell me about her eventful, sort of depressing life. And there's a moment where she says she's shy, and she's always been single, and no guys liked her, and stuff. And of course I let her know I do. KMS, I don't know what weird fucking...
Kill myself.
Ah, thank you. So he's like, and of course I let her know I do. Ugh, kill myself. I shouldn't have said that. Week after was exams, so I didn't have much time, and neither did she, I guess. We talked less, and for the first time IRL a few words. But normally for 3 days or more or so, and she just stopped texting. Completely. I had 2 parties the Wednesday and Friday of last week. God, to be in college again and have a Wednesday night party. I can't even do Friday nights anymore because I'm so tired. Of last week. Both of which I invited her to, because she said she'd be interested in going prior. And she declined. She's doing something else valid. I shot her a text or two over the next few days, and she let the 14-day plus golden heart streak die. I know what that is now.
Oh, yeah,
that's
I know
Snapchat.
that.
That's a Snapchat.
You get little
thing.
icons.
Yeah, so if you like Snapchat back X number of days, the streak is king, apparently with Snap. It's like poking on Facebook used to be. Like, you gotta have that back and forth.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Well, let's go.
Pokemon Let's Go to the polls.
Yep.
This Friday, as the last shot, I invited her and her friend to come over to a party where she'd know nobody except me. And her friend had something to do, but the girl said yes. So she came all alone to a random party. We had fun, but there wasn't any chance to flirt much, which is weird if like you invited her for the reason to do this. And she seemed to have
the only person that she knows there.
She seemed to have had fun, I hope. She hasn't texted anything since then. Yesterday night, I was listening to some music that reminded me of her. And I texted her about it. And she saw it, but didn't reply. I love that on text now. You can, like, it's a thing where you can see that they've read it, but they haven't responded. Yeah. I'm completely confused on what to do. Would like to add that every time I did text her, we had somewhat a conversation, and not just a monologue when we started not talking as much. That's it. This is the situation ghosted, but really? Question mark?
Yeah. You waited too long. So here's the thing. I just want to do a shout out to the guy that suggested everybody exchange Snapchats as the wingman of the year.
That guy.
Probably several people in that class.
I just want to mention in college, getting phone numbers from women that I, went out with, because of like, hey, we should all
why don't we
exchange
just
phone
all
numbers
do this thing?
So that when we get together the next time, and then I'm like, hey, did you want to go get a coffee? It's a great way to get a number. That guy was probably playing the same game, maybe with this girl. We'll see.
Oh.
We don't know. Anyway, but that's all we have from this guy. Unfortunately, I don't think he responded to any of these.
Do you have any key responses?
Yeah, there's some good responses.
Some good.
So your
good
response
advice.
is basically, what's your thought on this?
My thought is that there was a window of opportunity there,
Yeah.
and he probably missed it.
I agree.
Because
And
she was showing some real interest, but he
Yeah.
was just like second guessing himself way too much.
Correct.
And then I guess she probably thought at some point that he wasn't interested because he wasn't
Yes.
really making a move, and she
Correct.
probably got
Confidence
annoyed
is
and
king.
moved on. Yeah.
Yeah, and she stopped texting him because she was like, well, he's not going to make a move. So
Yeah, she was just,
I'm
like
not
felt
gonna-
like you were jerking her around or something.
Exactly. And then from what it sounds like with this party, he invited her over, and he was the only one that she knew, and he said there wasn't any chance to flirt much. So you invite her to this party and then don't talk to her the entire
Yeah.
party? And then she's like,
It's
fuck this guy.
easy. Listen to this. Hey, it's really loud in here. Do you want to go somewhere else?
Oh my God. The move I've pulled in my college days so many times. Like, oh, it's so crazy in here. Like if you notice, like, you know, a girl and you're like kind of vibing a bit, and then like, you know, you're getting in this conversation and the party's getting like kind of crazy. You're just like, hey, let's go. And then let's go sit on the porch and talk, you know, like, hey, what's going on? Like,
just step outside.
yeah, step outside.
go hang
Let's
outside.
have a chat, you know, give me your phone number. And you can get a digits that way, you know? And it's just, I don't know. Anyway. So
Get
that's
that
what I had.
Snapchat follow.
Yep, sorry, go TJ.
No, just get that Snapchat follow back.
I know you got it. You got to get that.
Get that. Get those cat filters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that he didn't make a move. I mean, she's very obviously interested, because no person who isn't interested in possibly dating you, you know what I mean, or is at least not completely thinking out of the question, is going to say like the leading question of, or the leading information of, I'm pretty shy and not, you know, like all this stuff. No guys like me. I mean, she's asking for you to jump right in there. That's that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a pretty strong signal to send to someone.
usually, like, I'm shy is code for I need you to make the moves. Mm-hmm. But also, like, don't take that too far. Like,
No, but I mean,
I
at
hesitate
least-
to give that advice, but
No, I know. Well, no. The thing is that this is the thing that I think was drilled into my head when I was trying to like get dates and whatnot, was that if you touch a girl in the arm, that's sexual harassment. Like, that's the way it was taught in high school to us. We were an abstinence-only school, and it was
Oh,
like,
man.
if you look at a girl, they'll get pregnant, and also you'll be arrested for underage sex. That was like our entire health class was that. It was insane. And so like I just had this whole like I can't like try and act like say anything to women because I'll get in trouble, which is something I got over in my last couple years of college. But like I was pretty messed up early on. I was like really afraid to do anything.
plus you
But,
had that ponytail.
But that's a situation, and when like you just that's just an easy way to elevate. Like I'm sure they would say like initiate physical contact. That's the easy like no, it's okay or something. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
something. And if they're like
Yeah, and it has to be something not, like, overtly sexual.
no,
You
just
can't
like,
just jump
hey,
from...
you're okay, you know, or something. And then if they
What you're doing
you
is
know-
you're kind of just testing the water to see
Yeah.
how if there's a response and what is it, like,
yeah.
just to see if you're on the same page.
I think that's the thing that like is really interesting is like because you think about the guy in like stereotypically in shows and stuff that's always like asking all the girls out and they're like no, and you're like, oh, that guy must be a loser, except for that guy's trying, and I bet
Yeah.
it works sometimes. Like if you're not ever asking them out because you're afraid they're going to say no, then you're never going to have a date, so you just have to go for it. And then I think if you're not like a complete garbage person, I forget, I'm sure they have crazy titles in the pickup artist community. If you're like unkempt mall ninja guy, you know, they're going to say no. But if you're like a decent guy and there's someone interested, they'll say, all right, I mean, let's go out for
Yeah.
coffee. Like, I don't know, if we have nothing in common, then we won't go out again. But
That was
know,
the
maybe-
thing that was really good for me when I was on Tinder. Like,
Yeah.
you stop caring about rejection
Yep.
pretty
Yeah.
quickly because it happens a lot.
oh yeah,
You
for
just kind
petty,
of build
dumb
up
reasons.
a callus to it.
Yeah, you're just like, all right, I guess not. And then you find someone that works, and then you're like, all right, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just weird. Yeah. So, all right, we got some key good responses here. Here's a guy called Random Bloke from Mars who got 4 points for this response. She decides here's what he's saying. She decides to tell me about her eventful, sort of depressing life. And there's a moment where she says she's shy and she always has been single and no guys liked her and stuff. And of course I let her know I do. Red flag. Okay. Sort of depressing life. And there's a moment where she says she's shy and has always been single, equal looking for attention. Plus she has a boring personality, expecting others to entertain her. Ugh, you're the producer and she's the consumer. Read Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. Probably not too intelligent either. I met too many of this type. No guys liked her and stuff equals she has high standards but offers very little, like most average girls. And she means that no guy she wanted like her. So you tell her you do like her and she'll still say no guys like her. I say keep it casual, and if the opportunity arises, bone her. If not, who cares? Anyway, look for another one. She's not good quality. That's just good. I love how the guy has like a
that was
legitimate...
unexpected.
I just think he's a legitimate like, oh, this is like just a really interesting situation I'm in, and I'm really worried I fucked this up. And this guy's just immediately
She's a piece of garbage. You're better off without her. Fuck everyone.
Oh no! Okay, here's the response. This is the best. We're watching a person being gaslighted right now. Seconded. Watch out for those depressing girls, man. They'll suck the life out of you, and then move on when you have nothing left to give. Here's his response. Wow, I thought the complete opposite when she told me all that stuff. Thanks for the insight.
Jesus Christ! This
just
is how
gaslighted
people
this
end
poor
up on
child.
Forever Alone.
I know.
They're extremifying him.
Oh, they do that. They like to play with your feelings. I had one who told me her father was beating her. Her mother also. Everyone just wanted to take advantage of her, etc. Wanted me to be the white knight. Luckily, I didn't give a crap about those stories. I pretended I did, though. Turned out she was bipolar and crazy. So I ghosted that bitch. No, I'm kidding. After 3 months of dating, and she constantly telling me she wants to marry me, I cringed inside, but played along. I love that. Like, he's obviously having a terrible time. She ghosted, and I found out she got married to a schmuck who fell for her. And then 2 years later, she is divorced, married to another. The world is full of crazy, man. Be careful and take care. Somebody actually posted an article about why you get ghosted and ignored. This is a website called thedailymanup.com, which I've got to imagine is terrible.
I bet it's super great.
Oh, you know what? I will. Oh, never mind. I was like, this website doesn't look so bad because it's trying to give good advice. And then I scroll down. It's like our most downloaded free guides. And it's got a bunch of like milfy looking women that have been posing for these like fake online newsletters. Yeah, it's a scam pickup artist like system website. Here's the answer that could also be true other than him missing the window is she never wanted you. She just wanted someone to complain about like her life to for a minute and then move on. I mean, it's possible. She obviously wanted to talk to you, and maybe she found out she wasn't interested and stopped talking to you. Yeah. And then she went to that party just because she had nothing else to do, and she was like, well, and then you didn't talk to her the entire party.
Oh, I guess he's really boring.
Yeah. Oh, he's too interested in playing beer pong with his bros rather than talking to me, so...
Maybe it was that time at the party where he farted on her and held her under the covers.
He gave me a Hot Pocket!
I'm gonna Hot Pocket the shit out of you, baby.
My dog Hot Pockets me all the time.
Oh, no. Dog Hot Pockets are the worst.
I will just say that Judy, my dog, is a boxer mix, and boxers fart a lot. So, but it's even though it's horrible, it's funny still, because farts are funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's me. TJ, let's finish off this podcast with your possibly depressing story. Oh, I learned about the federal charge thing. That's like done now, right? Is the president signed that legislation? There was bipartisan legislation to end the federal stacking for gun charges.
Oh, yeah.
Which automatically adds a federal charge if a gun is used in a crime.
Okay.
Because it's kind of bullshit.
It might not apply...
No, we're not retroactively.
Yeah,
just saying
the
that
crime
it's
happened
the same,
before that.
But
explain
was
what the
why
hell you're
there was
talking about.
That was why there was a federal charge with this, because it was automatically generated.
So, a week ago from the date that we're recording this, I went down to the federal courthouse down in downtown Chicago.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. Totally. there is a something SA, kind of like the TSA, that
Okay.
actually made me like take off my belt and take out everything out of my pockets.
Yep.
With the metal detectors, just so I'm not.
Yep.
Oh, I brought a gun in to take care of the guy that whatever
The
me.
thing at me.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
and
the
since I
end
brought-
of Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although I like to think of every time a mobster says the guy fingered me, he's talking about putting his finger in his butthole.
Is that not what they're talking about?
No. They're talking about like picking him out of a lineup or like pinning a
Oh.
crime on him.
I've really
And since,
misunderstood crime.
Yeah.
since I actually brought a weapon, I'm actually currently broadcasting from in jail, obviously. Yeah,
Yeah, they let your kids in too, huh?
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
Well, the government's all about family detention now.
Oh shit. Another thing we're doing for real.
Oh yeah, they didn't separate my kids.
Oh my god.
Anywho, so went in there. Turns out that status hearings are kind of like rapid fire. Here's the prosecution for this one. Here's the defense for this
Oh.
one. Blah blah, right in front of the judge.
Got
And
it.
the first one was a completely unrelated case.
Yeah.
And the defense is like, yeah, we were talking to the prosecution, and we had just gotten some new evidence, and we want to postpone and get another status hearing in 30 days. They schedule it with the person up there, and then that's done. They're out of there in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Second case was mine.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have to wait super long.
I was about to say you didn't have to wait for like an hour to get to yours, and
Exactly. And then I stayed for a little bit of the third one, but
oh, why not?
because it was kind of so rapid fire, I'm like, can I just leave?
Yeah, right. Because they're in
but
the middle of a thing.
Second case, it was they get them up there, and it was first of all, first time I've seen this guy's face, and he's totally got like the very strong 1990s flat top going on.
Oh wow.
Yes.
You know, a distinctive hairdo probably not good if you're going to go robbing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Anything.
he was masked, so I
Oh,
couldn't
fair
see
enough.
nothing.
He
But
didn't have
anyway.
a cutout in the top of the mask for his flat top.
Yeah, I mean, and I didn't previously like announce I was going to be there, to the court. I just went ahead and just went there. So no one, I was just some guy sitting in the whatevers, happened
Yeah.
to just be watching this, and
FYI, you can just go into court and watch cases.
Yep.
It's open to the public. Like,
all the time.
so if you're interested in like, and I would say this like maybe for kids that are like seniors in high school, kind of.
Yeah.
If you're interested in possibly like looking at law and stuff, like go to a courtroom and see some like criminal or civil cases and be like, okay, because you can sit through the whole trial. Like it's open.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it has to be public, like it's the way it's supposed to be. So, yeah, so it's really kind of interesting because like when I was on a jury, it was really just kind of seeing how everything worked. It's kind of a lot like TV, but not completely.
Yep.
Like it's kind of the same, but a little different. And yeah, anyway.
All right, so my guy went up there. He's in his criminal oranges still because
Yep.
he's been in Marshall's custody since last July, I think.
Oh wow. It
Yeah,
takes
he
so
only
long
got-
to get these things around.
He only got his arraignment back in January of this year.
God, he's just been
So-
sitting in prison this whole time.
Yeah, basically. And it was they went up. The defense was like, "Yeah, prosecution and prosecution and us have been talking, and we want to schedule a time for a change of plea hearing." He's
Wait,
going to
so
change his
he's
plea
pleading guilty?
currently. His previous plea was not guilty. And the day after I went, I got an email from the victim notification system saying that a hearing before this judge is scheduled on December 4th at 10 a.m. I've got the exact courtroom it's going to be in, and the purpose of this hearing is for the defendant to enter a plea of guilty. My attendance is not required, but this one's different than my previous victim notifications. It says, if I'm a victim of the charged offense and wish to speak at the plea hearing,
Oh wow.
please call our office well in advance of the scheduled hearing date.
Oh man! All right,
I
so
don't
you
know
need
if
to
I
go
want-
in there, and you need to be like, "All right, Judge, thank you."
You need a type 5.
crime
You need to
affected
work on
me,
your set.
Greatly. Also, listen to Born in the '80s.
Born in the 80s,
Born in the
blah, blah,
80s. This is like it goes in a public court record permanently.
So subscribe to me on Twitch at twitch.tv/mayofmay.
Oh my god!
And join our Patreon. Patreon.com/Born in the 80s.
No, but yeah, that's that whole. If you remember the Larry Nassar trial with the gymnasts, when he had his sentencing, they had the public.
Well, that's
the
victim
you're allowed
impact
to,
statements. That's
you're allowed
different, I
to
think.
talk, speak your piece, basically, and hundreds of people came in and talked on the record. You know,
I mean, the big thing is I don't know how I feel. You know, because I'm all for crime and punishment. You know, but I'm also for. I've always been for. What's the word? Rehabilitation.
Yeah,
you're not going to push for the death penalty.
The guy is pleading guilty. You know what I mean?
Finally, it's been a 2-year thing for me.
Yeah.
It's been 22 months now.
Yeah, so that's just kind of like a thing. It's just like I don't know. I mean, it's your choice. It's cool that you have the option to do that, you know. But like, it's just kind of like, what can you say? He's pleading guilty. He knows he did it. Like,
exactly
done.
And considering it's 2 weeks from now, you know, I don't know if I'll
time served.
I don't know if I want to even talk. I might go, but I don't know if I want to talk.
Yeah.
And even so, I'd be like, yeah, it was bad and it sucked for me, and you know, things have changed for me since then. But he's just a dude. You know, whatever.
I mean, if you wanted to
myself
say that, it
in
could
that
be
position,
helpful, you know?
Like, I would probably just want to watch it just for, like, closure to see how things turn out, but I don't
know
know that I would really want to see anything.
Hey, I want you guys to guess what you think I would do.
You would talk about, like, kind of what you did that day,
of course
and the
I would
games
talk.
you were playing. And,
of course I would talk. I never
and your
stopped
dog.
talking. I'd be like, Judy has been affected. No. I would talk, though, because I'd want to say, like, you know, this affected me. You know, it was pretty messed up, and it, you know, kind of shook me up and all this stuff. And if, you know, whatever it is, then I would say, but, you know, I also believe in the rehabilitative justice system. And I hope that, you know, by pleading guilty, you know, admit that you've done something wrong,
you fucked up,
and that you can move forward and hopefully, you know, find a way out of the system and lead a productive life. Like,
you know, I'm sure that this change of plea has been, you know, put with some sort of plea agreement or whatnot.
Yeah, of course. Or they had extra evidence, and he was just like, all right.
As I know, as I know from some stuff in the past, they're not required, or the judge is not required to accept the plea agreement between the two parties, between the prosecution and the defense.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, usually the judge will go with the state if they know that they can get it, because it's like they have so much shit backed up, especially for something like this where there wasn't any, you know, he didn't beat anyone up, right? He just,
I don't know. For my thing,
I mean, in your situation, no, it was just threatening.
No.
So it was, you know, I mean, if he had beaten up someone and, you know, physically harmed someone, maybe not killed them, you know what I mean? Like, then it's kind of like, okay, this is violent. Whereas before it was just threatening with a weapon, which is bad, but nobody got hurt. People just got shaken up.
Yeah,
which is bad, but you know, nothing you can't get over.
Well, yeah. So that was my experience.
Interesting. Well, it's really interesting to see how the criminal justice system works. It takes forever, is what we've learned. Can you get a 22 month long version of that song? Just draw it out 22 months. Can I talk now? Okay. I think that's going to be it. I don't know if you guys had homework prepared, but I don't think we got time.
I had homework prepared, but it's okay.
Teacher, you forgot to assign homework.
Yeah. I change it every week.
Well, anyway, just have something.
Really good. Yeah.
I need to bring. My goal also is to bring homework every week too. Now, teacher will do homework.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, just to show it's not so bad. But you can find the website. It's bornintheeighties.net. I'm on John_Danger on Twitter. Sometimes I tweet. I haven't in a while, but that's it.
You should find us at patreon.com/bornintheeighties, and we'll definitely not give any of the money to a homeless person.
That's true. The money is directly going to me to pay off the 300+ year hosting fees.
Yeah.
So any donations help, because it is not that expensive to host a podcast, but enough.
And you can find me at matthaigmusic.com. Matt Haig music on YouTube as well. There's a thing that you can watch probably by the time that this came up.
Ooh, what have you been working on?
Country roads take
Oh, nice.
me home to the place I belong.
Of course,
Probably
West
a-
Virginia.
Probably a better cover than the one that the game used.
The one in the game's fine.
I just want to say one thing that disappoints me about Fallout 76, which I'm sure we'll talk about next episode, is that they didn't get the John Denver version for that game. Come on.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Get the original.
Yeah, I guess.
I like the cover though. I do. I just.
I think
Come
I like
on.
the cover better than the John Denver.
Oh, I love the John Denver one's ingrained in my
It's
mind.
just too square,
So-
man.
Oh, but he crashed that plane.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And I'm TJ. You could find me on the internet. That's at mayofmay84 at Twitter, at mayofmay at mastodon.cloud, though I haven't been there in a while.
Discord.
I'm twitch.tv/mayofmay. Come to our
Subscribe.
Discord. Talk to our Discord.
What's the link to
Patreon.
that?
The link to the Discord is in the. I'm not gonna read it. We're not doing this again.
It's
just go to
everybody's favorite bit.
.net. No, it's not my favorite.
The audience has been clamoring for it.
But more importantly, if you do support me over on my Twitch, I'm going to eventually use that towards getting better internet so I can actually do things with you guys.
Get that T1
Yeah.
line.
Either the two of you, but more importantly, our listeners.
Yeah.
Or even
Yeah.
just getting Jackbox 5.
And if you get better internet, then maybe you can have a better microphone on a
Yes.
computer.
Yes.
Because you
You're
have a
just
better
really
microphone.
dunking.
Do you have a better microphone for your computer, Matt or TJ?
Well, just the one that I use when I stream, which is the other one.
What is
This one
that
here.
one?
It's the Turtle
Oh.
Beach stream mic.
That's a good
Which-
mic.
Yeah, it works sometimes, and when it doesn't work, I just unplug it, plug it back in.
All right. Well, that's it.
So hand-pulled noodles with black bean sauce cooking.
But bye.
Okay,
everybody.
wait, no.
challenge By
Okay, yeah.
EXBC.
okay. Is there
or-
cleavage? Cleavage or no?
No cleavage.
Okay.
Or
Uh,
Discord interviews by Your Princess, also no cleavage.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the hand cooked noodles.
I'm gonna go with the noodles as well because that sounds way more exciting.
Discord
Yeah.
interviews has 329 viewers.
Oh man.
Hand-cooked noodles has...
Come on.
Where is it? 741
Yes.
viewers.
I got one right.
I guess there's technically cleavage on this one because it's a man wearing an apron with the sexy
Oh.
lady on it.
Oh dear God.
Bye bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna do a mukbang. Taco Bell.
Oh, we should.